Cypress Semiconductor. So here's the daily chart. Daily charts, the very, very small, didn't really gap at all, honestly. So Ben is looking at playing this 1340 by 1326. I do like the Morningstar reversal. I love your entry. I think the stop could be a little bit lower. Ben says the 100 simple is at 1323. Yeah, so let's get maybe the stop below that price to get a little bit of a safer play, but I don't think that triggers on CY. If it does, let me know, and I'll be happy to throw it on the watch list and help you keep it that trade, Ben. Jesse is saying the SPY 242.80. So Jesse is looking at playing the SPY 242.80, which is here, by 242.35, which is there. Oh, that's gonna be a tough one. What's gonna happen on that? Looks good. Looks like we have a little bit of a double top here on the 5-minute chart. If you're looking at playing 242.80, Jesse, I think it's a really good entry. Let's let it break above, come back, and play that bullish bounce. If you're looking at playing the SPY long, it is at a support zone. I agree. We do have a little bit of a support zone here going on, so I like that. Justin said, Jeremy, he's bearish. So just flip, so take the exact same thing and flip it? Okay. 242.80 by, 243.25. Gotcha. So you're looking at shorting that double top neckline with a stop up there. Noted. All right, well, either one. That's what's going to make the market. Both of those are a possibility. So let's see what happens. I like it. Sarah says, how do I minimize the screen? I need to move you. You should be able just to be able to click on it, Sarah. It's an interactive screen. So figure out a way to kind of click the screen. You can move it around, drag and drop. It's pretty clickable, if that's a word. Tev says, I plan CIEN. So I'm getting a lot of trading plans right now. I like it. CIEN 2530, okay, by 2483. So you're playing that one bullish. So communications, networking, technology. Tev is looking at the bounce 2530. So you are either already in or waiting for the pullback. Let's throw it on the list and we'll keep an eye on it for you, buddy. He's not in yet. Got it. All right. So TEV 2530 by 2483. You got it, man. Let's see if it pulls back for you and fills your limit buy at 2530. And I'll keep it on the watch list and see if it can happen for you. So SPLK, you'll remember, ladies and gentlemen, we had a trade set up on it, but we canceled it. I think that was a great cancel too. Netflix looks a little just chopping around. Adobe. So remember, I waited for this candle to close on Adobe and did not feel Adobe could be an interesting bullish move. Man, what a crazy market today. Amazon, looks like we're going to start bouncing, folks. That's just my guess. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm gonna wait a little bit before going bearish on something. I'm gonna wait. Ben is in on CY. You got it, champion. I'm gonna throw it on the list and watch it for you. Disney. Disney could be a really good bullish break out of this pennant pattern right there. Let's throw Disney on the list. Again, market is down. I'm actually looking for bullish trades right now. Whole market is down, so I'm looking for bullish trades because when everything is doing the same thing, right? You don't want to be doing what everyone's doing in the whole market. You're going to try to be a contrarian, so I'm looking for something that's different. The Qs look like they're trying to bounce a little bit. AMD, someone's in on AMD bullish. The chat pane just says owner, so I can't tell exactly who that is, but whoever's in AMD, we got it on the list for you. We will continue to watch it. Duncan, trading sideways. Disney, Oh man, so many opportunities out there. Wow, what a day. What a week to have the morning room open. Wow. Woo-wee. This stuff sure is quick. I tell you what, man. This trading thing, there's candles and wicks everywhere. Netflix looks interesting. Disney looks interesting. There's a lot of selling going on. If I have any credit spread fans in the house, make sure to be looking for some selling opportunities because the market's down. Buy into strength, sell into weakness. When you're doing spreads, it's the exact opposite. Okay, QIWI, really nice little pullback there. So again, I forget who's in QIWI, but with this pullback, I think you could increase the stop to right here. So we went from here up to here, and now I think you can take the stop and put it right there, which is almost going to be break even. It's all about risk mitigation and creating a plan, folks. That's all you can do in trading. You do not want to chase because we all felt it together, and that's why I love trading as a team. Everyone in the room was going ballistic. They were typing in 7 stocks at a time when the market had traded lower 20 minutes in a row. And you can feel that type of energy. And the market knows it too. When everyone is thinking the exact same thing and everyone's getting hype, when everyone's feeling the hysteria, the market usually shifts. So just something that you want to keep a mind on at all times. When you feel overwhelmed, when you feel like there's too many things going on, you are in control of how many stocks you watch and what you're trying to focus on. Less is always more in trading. We've set up 2 official trades for today and haven't taken anything yet, at least nothing officially. I'm watching to see if something looks good out there. Today might be a great day for swing trade opportunities. Thomas says Adobe. Yep, Adobe. I'm looking at Adobe pretty closely for a high of the day breakout. You got a nice upper shadow now. That could be fun. The challenge with this entry is going to be risk reward. It's a pretty big stop. It's a pretty big stop, but I do like it. So I'm looking for Adobe to break down and then retest. Rashad says I'm short HDS. All right, I hope HDS continues lower. It's probably not Rashad. I think it's Rashid. So Rashid, sorry if I was saying your name wrong, man. Rashid. All right, I like that pennant pattern in the first 5 minutes, buddy. Looks nice. All right, so SPLK, I think I'm gonna take that one off the list. It was a good trade. We missed it. I canceled the trade order. So I'm just gonna move on. Mario says OCUL just broke resistance. It did. I have a daily support line at 1096, right? So I drew that in this morning. That's just my line personally. Doesn't mean it's the perfect line or anything like that, but it is going to probably keep me out of that trade bullish for right now. And again, that's just me personally, just because there is some resistance there. I agree with you. It doesn't look bearish. Looks more bullish than bearish. Dean, correct. So on Adobe, I'm looking for it to break down. And then after it breaks the VWAP, I'll look for it to retest. You are correct. All right, boys and girls, let's see if anything's happening in Slack over here. Nope, no one else is chatting, just me and George for right now. Again, it's been a busy and very quick market. A lot of stuff going on. I like it. Okay, so Adobe, I'm watching Adobe to break down. Amazon broke bullish. All right. Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. We did not chase Amazon bearish. That's a big deal, right? Not chasing. Here's the thing. If the morning room can do one thing for you, it can help you not take bad trades. Right? How much would that be a benefit to your trading? A lot of times people only talk about the good trades, but let's talk about keeping you out of bad ones. We're going to be doing that just as much. So Amazon looks like it's kind of popping bullish a little bit. Of the tech stocks, Netflix is my favorite because it's at the 100 simple. Now the question becomes on Netflix, am I going to trade call options or am I going to trade shares? That's going to be the question on Netflix. 152.50 calls. Give me a second. What price we're looking at on those? That'd be about 3. We could do a limit buy for 350 with a stop at 220. So give me a second. Contingent above this price. Limit buy 350 with a stop at 215. That would be on the option. That would be the 152.50 June call. So what am I doing right now? I am waiting. I'm planning the trade in advance. Dean, sorry about the losing trade, man, but good job losing less than an R. It looked really nice. I agree. So still waiting for some stuff here, boys and girls. Still waiting. The market's been open almost an entire hour. We've been together almost 90 minutes at this point. Guru says, why don't you sit while trading? Sitting is the new smoking, man. Sitting is the new smoking. Trying to get rock solid abs like you, buddy. I'm trying to get in shape. Microsoft. There's a lot of people looking at playing Microsoft long right now. So pretty much Microsoft, similar to most tech stocks, it looks a little bullish, ironically enough. Really good 50 EMA down here. So Steven says it's a good bounce. Folks, I'll more or less issue a broad statement. Find a tech stock. If it's at a really good support, look to buy low, sell high. If it's not at a good support, don't trade it. But I think a lot of tech stocks are at a good buying location. I really like this Netflix pullback. Avery said, could you please explain the R again? I will. So the R is a risk unit. That is the amount that you're willing to lose on a trade. So every single person has their R. Their R could be $50, $100, or $10,000. What it does, Avery, is it keeps everyone on the same playing field. So you don't know how much someone makes or loses. Some people get annoyed if I have a trader says, hey, I just made 10 grand on a trade. They're going to get all, upset and scared and worried and mad. They're not making that kind of money. So 1R, number one, keeps everyone on the same playing field. Number two, it removes the emotional connection of money. Because again, if you say, hey, I just made 400 bucks, it's not about the money in trading, right? It's about the risk. So you don't want to know how much money you made. We want to know how much money you risked. So 1R equals 1% of your account. Do you remember that part, Avery? We were chatting about that. So 1R for whoever is trading it, 1R is 1% of your account size. And so whatever that R might be, that's how much you're risking on a trade. So for example, Ray just got 1R on US Steel. Congrats, Ray. Well done. How much is that? Who knows? But we know that Ray risked 1R, and therefore he made how much he was going to risk. So he made some money. Maurizia says, could you please tell me where you put the chart for Netflix? It's on the screen right now, Maurizia. This is Netflix on the 1 minute time frame. Steve is throwing out a chart for me. All right, Steve, give me a few quick seconds, man. Let me jot this one down, XBIT, and I will look at it in just a few seconds. I'm trying to see if I can catch this Netflix bounce. Looks a little bit more bullish to me. I'm trying to decide if I should go options or shares. Luke says, do you use spreadsheets to calculate the number of stocks to buy? Yes, sir. Here's the spreadsheet right here. When you guys join the trading rooms, we'll give you access to this spreadsheet. And it calculates everything for you. And it is updated live with each trade that we place. So, yeah, we keep track of all of it, my man. All right, so Netflix, still keep an eye on that one. Disney at some point could break out. Adobe still trading sideways. Amazon popped bullish. QIWI doesn't look like it's going to work. AVGO, I'm going to take that one off the list. General Electric, I mean, General Electric did move lower. We were discussing that happening, but it's really not an amazing setup. Let me turn off the extended hours on most charts right now, and you'll notice that GE is pulling down into the 10. I'm not going to personally take this trade. It doesn't really look that appealing. 29.29 is a daily resistance. I'm not taking it. 29.29 daily resistance. The risk reward not that great. Plus this red line is a pre-market high, but some other traders might have a different plan, and that's totally fine. We embrace different plans around here. This is a judgment-free zone. All right, so Apple's retasting, OCUL not doing that much. I had a random British accent right then. Shopify kind of bouncing a little bit off of 85. SPY not doing that much right now. I think Jesse just got triggered in bearish. AMD not doing that much. Duncan still trading sideways. SIMO not doing much. CIEN. I don't think you've gotten filled yet, Tev, but if you end up canceling that trade, let me know. ML Trade says, good morning, Jeremy. Will you analyze potential tech stocks for swing trades this afternoon? Kind of, sort of. I will do a little bit. Today is mostly Mentorship Monday. So my main objective is to answer questions, go a little bit slower than normal, look over charts, and again, really dive into anything that you all have questions about. Tuesday is Tech Giant Tuesday. So tomorrow afternoon from 5 to 6, yes, absolutely. I'll be looking over all kinds of tech stocks for some really good swing trading opportunities. So that's going to be Tuesday, and I will be recording that. It's open and free for everyone this week. So feel free to share the link that you guys have with anyone that you want. But really the first hour of Mentorship Monday is almost already over. We're also live streaming on YouTube. So those who are watching YouTube live, hello. Thanks for being here. It's the first time we've ever done that. HDS, Rashid, good trade, buddy. Well done. I think you're 2 cents away from your target. And I like your target, by the way, of 30.90. I think it's a really good one. So when that happens, me and you will celebrate together, my man. And then you might be done for the day. Looks like a nice little 2-hour trade for you, and that'll be good. Avery says, on Friday, you said you blew up 3 accounts before learning rules. How much of your account did you risk per trade at that time? Avery, I didn't know anything about risk at the time. That's why I blew both of the 3 accounts up. First trade I lost, the account size was $103,816. That was my dad's retirement money that I just totally blew away 3 months after learning how to trade. So I didn't know anything about risk. I didn't trade risk. I didn't do anything with risk. And the other 2 account sizes, 2,500 each time, trying to day trade options. So yeah, first 2 years were pretty rough for me in the day trading world. In the trading world in general, it was pretty bad. Pretty bad. Netflix, still waiting. CY, pulling back a little bit. HDS, trading down. So I'm just looking around here. I'm looking around, trying to find something cool. Man, what a weird market today is. Today is a strange day, folks. Strange day. Tev is in on CIEN. All right, buddy. I will keep an eye on it for you. Hope she works out. Let me come over to CHK and see if I need to keep this on the list. CHK does look moderately bullish. There are some energies out there that look a little bit bullish right now. Ray made some money on US Steel. Good job, Ray, making a little bit of coinage on US Steel. I hope that one goes higher for the swing level. We do have a bearish swing trade on Macy's, and I'm kind of upset that the market's down, but Macy's is not. I don't know if upset's the right word, but man, come on, Macy's. Luke says, do you always trade at the money options for day trade, or do you look for 0.8 delta? I usually do at the money or 1 strike price out of the money. It's a great question. DE says CRM. Salesforce. Looks like Salesforce also pulled back to the long-term moving averages. Yes, it did. Folks, I don't know. Some of these tech stocks looking a little bit more bullish. I'm still waiting. Still waiting, but I don't see any amazing bearish signal on CRM. It did bounce off to 100 simple very nicely. So again, if you were looking at a tech stock, make sure it is pulling back to a support or a moving average that you like. But most of them right now, or I shouldn't say most of them, a lot of them do look relatively bullish. Donna said, would a bearish retest gap only be taken bearish? For newer traders, yes. So if you're a brand new if you're brand new to day trading or brand new to trading in general, I often encourage traders to trade in the direction of the gap. Trading the opposite direction of the gap requires a lot more practice and finesse. In fact, I'm really not even I wouldn't say I'm a pro. There's a lot of traders, Donna, much better than I am at trading in the opposite direction of the gap, which is also known as a fade. So, yes, initially for most traders, I would encourage or highly encourage, if you're brand new to trading, trade in the direction of the gap. It'll make it much easier. We get a lot of questions. This is good. Brian says all techs are just hit their upper price targets and going down hard. All righty. So Brian's more bearish on the techs. Appreciate your opinion, my man. It's definitely possible, right? Anything is possible at this point. Anything is possible. Avery said, if a person only had a $2,500 account per your example, then the risk would be 25 bucks. Can they do options with this or just buy and sell some stocks? Both, really, Avery. So the thing is, with $2,500 account, there's just no simple way to trade. It's difficult. It's really, really challenging. With $3,000 or less, I did write an article on my website. Go to www.reallifetraining.com. You can go over here to, where is it? Classes, ebook, Retire on 3K. But I did a video very recently called How to Grow a Small Account, Avery. So if you're interested in that approach, and I know a lot of traders are, that's totally understandable and acceptable. It's just a challenge. It's just really an uphill battle. So what I will do, Avery, is I'm going to throw this in the chat pane for you. And anybody else who wants, it's a video called How to Grow a Small Account, the long version. It's only about 30 minutes long. But it's me just simply explaining what you want to do, what your approaches are for growing a small account, because it is an uphill battle. It takes years. Okay. And anyone else who tells you otherwise is taking your money to tell you that it doesn't take that long. As simple as that. So someone's like, yeah, you can grow a $2,500 account really quickly. So here, give me 2,500 bucks and let me show you how fast you can grow it. That's what a lot of people do, which is kind of funny if you think about it, right, Stephen? It's kind of funny the way that happens. All right, so back to Adobe. Keeping an eye on it. Rashid says he hit his target on HDS. High five, buddy. Well done. Good trade, my friend. Good trade. So Rashid played the pennant pattern breakdown on HDS. So here it was on the 5-minute chart. There's the pennant pattern breakdown, and there was his target right there, that that support from Friday. Good trade, sir. How many R's is that for you, Rashid? I think we can take that off the list. CY trying to bounce. CIEN hanging out right now. SIMO not doing much. Dunkin' Brands not doing much. AMD not doing much. Jeff says close out a Verizon swing for 4R. Nice, Jeff. Verizon was a beautiful buy opportunity back around 45. Very, very nice. We've been stalking Verizon for a bit. Check out this weekly chart on Verizon, ladies and gentlemen. A phenomenal long-term investment as well. Lewis says, what do you think of day trading SPY options? I love it. We do it all the time, Lewis. That is something we look at every single day. It's a phenomenal thing to do. It's just one of the hardest things that can be done. Day trading options is an incredible feat of mental and emotional prowess. Very difficult. You have to know how to day trade before you can day trade weekly options. That's really my answer on that. Is if you want to day trade options, that's phenomenal. It can easily be done, right? Trading is simple but difficult. So day trading weekly options, it's amazing. SPY is one of the highest liquid, it's the most liquid thing that you can really trade. But you got to know how to day trade before you can day trade weekly options. It's just that simple. ALLY, Ben says cross, it's daily 200 bullish. It's daily 200. Ally Financial, yes it did. So the financials look like they're up today. That was a nice little breakout too. ALLY above its 200. Thank you, sir. Thomas says he closed out of NUE swing trade for 2R this morning. Nice job. Did you play that off the 200 simple moving average, Thomas? That was a nice little bounce, man. Nucor Energy right off the 200. Looks like it might be double bottoming for you as well. Thank you. All right, I'm gonna go through this list again on the 5. What's going on, Ricky? How's it going, buddy? Thanks for being here, man. So top stock I'm looking at right now, Netflix for a bullish bounce, possibly. Disney for a bullish breakout, possibly. Adobe doesn't look like it's going down. Ladies and gentlemen, that is patience 101 right there. Look at that amazing trade. Linderman is throwing numbers my way for McDonald's. So McDonald's is doing a little bit different than the broad market. How so? It's not a tech stock. It did gap, but not that far. It's a great retest, Linderman, right into the 10. Yes, I'm gonna give that one 4 minutes or so, but McDonald's is now going on my list. Thank you, sir. Sarah says, can you look at Facebook for me, please? I can. Just give me a few seconds, if you don't mind. Let me get this plan created, and we're happy to look at Facebook. ML Trade says, I have a set of rules on how to day trade SPY with options. I just have to learn how to pull the trigger. Oh, pull the trigger is the easy part. But I agree. As easy as it is the hardest part for most traders, right? Because it's all about emotions. Best way to do it is set up the trade before the market opens and then walk away and don't be there when it's happening. That's the easiest way to pull the trigger is don't be there, don't be in front of the computer. Set up the trade and walk away because you can do that with options. Especially if you have a good broker, you can set it and forget it. OCO orders all the way. Yeah. But ML, stay with us this week and then continue with us farther. I'll help you pull that trigger. I will help you pull that triggers. That's what I'm here for. Because I'll say, hey, do it. What are you waiting on? Is that your trigger? Do it. Okay, Sarah, here's Facebook. Ticker symbol FB. And Facebook down 2%. Really good pullback. Again, it looks to me like a nice support. Check out this support level. Here's the support on Facebook. Have we bounced here before? The answer is yes. We're at a resistance. Now, I'm not saying we're going to have to bounce, but that's a really good support level on Facebook. We've already traded down to it. So boy, oh boy, you know, folks, it looks a little more bullish to me still. I could be wrong. The market could roll over later, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't think so. United Rentals, Santi says, looks like it's up. It is up a little bit. Yep. United Rentals. Daniel says, I'm sure I missed your analysis on GE. You did, but I'll be happy to recap it for you. So here was the recap this morning, and I'll also send out the recording for you later. Bottom line, Daniel, the recap is it was a white candle gapping up to a very strong resistance. Bullish retest gap might fade. That was pretty much the analysis on it. So the analysis was don't look to go bullish, look to go bearish. Bearish is mostly the edge on GE. That's pretty much it, man. Thomas says, day trading is new for me and pulling the trigger is hard to do. I was previously trading the 1 minute chart because that's all I could afford. before work on the West Coast, I started to rethink how practical day trading was while working full time. What time does your work start, Thomas? What time do you have to start going into work? Trading the 1 minute chart is very difficult. I agree. It requires a lot of practice because it's very, very fast. Very fast. Target is a double top, says Robert. It's getting there. It looks pretty bullish right now. It looks like actually a double bottom on the daily chart. It's like a really good double bottom on the daily. I think Target, in my opinion, is a phenomenal buy low, sell high location anyway. 15-minute time frame. Hasn't formed one yet. Hasn't formed the double top yet. It is at that resistance though. I agree. So here's the resistance. It's there. If you're looking at playing it bearish, there's your evening star reversal. I'm not going to personally take this trade. But if you were, entry would be there, right below the low of that white candle and below the low of this wick. 58.10, 58.09, so probably 58.08 by 58.38, so about 30 cents of risk. Thomas says, I got some flex times anywhere between 7:30 and 8:30. I usually only have time to trade for the first 30 to 50 minutes of the trading day. Exactly. I know that can be difficult and that can be tough. You know, trading futures could always be an option for you, Thomas, or really exploring swing trading so that you can set up your trades in the first 30, 40 minutes of the day based on some gaps on the hourly and the 15-minute chart. And then you can set up your trade and kind of walk away, you know, for a day or two. That'd probably be a approach, but the day trading thing is just it's tough, man. It's easy but difficult, like working out every day, you know. Working out every day, going to the gym every day, eating healthy, not easy by any means. So I'm trying to still determine how to play this Netflix trade. Ms. Francois says, what do you think about IBM? IBM, what's IBM doing? IBM a little bit strong today. IBM looks good, honestly, for a bullish trade. Ms. Francois it looks very, very nice, actually. Most tech stocks are down hard. IBM is not. So the fact that IBM is not down when most of the techs are down is a really strong signal. Plus, if you look at a weekly chart, it's a really good support long term and kind of looks like a double bottom anyway. Hardest question for me is just simply where to get in. If you're not already in, I would probably say IBM looks good for a pullback. In fact, I got Netflix up on another screen, so I hope I don't miss it. But let me do this. IBM bullish? Question mark. The tech market was down hard this morning. IBM is looking real strong. Nice bullish move at a really good support. This is the hourly chart. If you're looking at playing a IBM bullish, I dig it. That's pretty much it. Kevin says Netflix is moving. Barry says IBM was up on Friday as well when the tech sold off. Yeah, which is a big signal, Barry. I think you're totally right, man. I think that's a big signal, and the fact that that's occurring when the market's down and that's up looks good. Kristen says, I downloaded the Revo to practice, but not sure how to use it. Advice, I believe it's the platform that RLT recommended, Revo. Revo. I've never heard of Revo, Kristen. What is Revo? Revo? Winnie says, good morning. Is it time to go long STM? Looks like 1530 support will hold. STM is a good time to go long on STM, says Winnie. If there's a 100 simple moving average there, I think this is the one that we got really close to. What I would probably wait for winning, and again, this is just my personal opinion, but I'd probably wait for this candle to close today and then take an entry above the high of this candle. But as far as the location is concerned, yes, I agree with you. I think this is a good buying opportunity on a lot of stocks. Kristen, again, what is Revo? I don't know what that is. The app trade demo. Gotcha. Yes. So that is the day trading program through the hedge fund, Kristen. If you have any questions about that, there's a lot of videos in the professional trading package that you purchased to go over that. They also have a PDF. You can email me, and later this afternoon, I will. I can give you more information on that, or you can email Tim or Jeff. You probably got some of their emails, right? And you can message them and say, hey, can I help with this? Yeah, it's a lot to digest, but it's just a platform like anything else. So it's fake money right now. So honestly, try to break it and just press a lot of buttons. Try to buy some stuff, try to put some stops, you know. It's not going to do anything. It's not going to hurt you. All right, so let's see. Netflix. Yes, you're very, very welcome. My pleasure. Netflix here. I'm going to do the stock rather than the option. It's a little spready right now. If you want to do the option, you're more than welcome to. It's a Monday. Honestly, if I did the option, I'd probably like to hold it a little bit longer. That's the other thing, is I didn't really plan to swing trade Netflix, but shoot, that's a pretty good plan actually. Dang it. Swing trade Netflix down here on a 152.50 call expiring this week. No, because tomorrow, I think tomorrow we're going to gap down and go bullish again. Plan on Netflix to buy the dip tomorrow for swing. So what I'm doing, right, ladies and gentlemen, is I'm simply planning in advance. Here's the deal. If you don't know what to do in a trade, that means you haven't planned it long enough. Simple as that. Volatility is pretty high. I'm just going to go with shares on Netflix. Doesn't mean this trade's going to work. In fact, it probably won't. But what I can tell you is I'll get out very quickly if it doesn't start working. So Netflix 151.63 limit buy with a stop at 147.93. Okay. Perfect. And so we're looking for it to pull back. So 151. What did I type in? 63. Okay, make sure I just type it in right. So a limit buy, and again, this is a bullish fade, meaning I'm going long on the trade, right? And in going long, this is a pretty aggressive trade. So if the trade, for me, one of my plans is the trade needs to work pretty quickly. So stop loss is 147.93. Limit sell, probably be the high of the day. Maybe it breaks above, I'm not sure. Okay, so Netflix, ready to go. Now let's go put it into the chat pane. Again, this is bullish on Netflix. Ladies and gentlemen, are you able to notice a distinct difference between how we set up trades in the real life trading room and everyone else? Are we giving you plenty of notice? Are you understanding and knowing and comprehending what we're doing and why? Pushpa said, what will be the target on Netflix? Ultimate target, Pushpa, is always 2 times the risk. So I'm going to take this number and multiply it times 2. All right, so which would be 2R. Initial target is going to be the high of the day for about 1R if we get there. And then ultimately up here, which would be about 2 times the risk. So let's see if we trigger before we worry about the target. But we do know the risk reward is there. I can see that we got an opportunity to make some money if it trades higher. Don't know if the trade works though. So let's see. McDonald's still trading sideways. Brian says, do you watch level 2 when trading? No, sir, I do not. Disney still is not broken out yet. Adobe did break higher. So Adobe broke bullish. Good job, everyone, not getting triggered into Adobe bearish. We watched it. We wanted it to happen. It just didn't trigger, which is good. Linderman is saying CVS 79.90 by 79.60. So Linderman's looking at playing Chevron bullish. So drug retailer company had a small gap. It is a retest gap today, white candle capping up, and it is pulling back. So Linderman is looking at playing 79.90 by 79.60. I will put that one on the list, my good friend, and we'll keep an eye on it for you. Right now with Netflix, as a bullish trade, I'll be okay to keep that one particular bullish trade open because, again, if I'm wrong about the market being bullish, which is a very good possibility, I don't want to be wrong a lot. Barry says CVX, not CVS. TJ said, do we get access to your Google Sheets list? Yes, for any trader who is part of the trading room after this week, TJ, we will provide you a copy of the trading list. Yes, sir. Mario says, thanks, Jeremy. Need to go to work. All right, man. Have a great day. Go crush work. Make this the best day ever. Barry says Chevron is CVX, not CVS. Did I look at the wrong ticker? Linderman typed in CVS. If I said Chevron, I'm sorry. I meant CVS stores. If I spoke wrong, I apologize. Avery says, what's your winning percentage trades? 50%. Actually, it's 40. So here's a copy of our worksheet. Since you're asking, it's a really good question. We keep track of everything. Here is our day trading results so far. Give me just a quick second. One moment. There it is. Okay. So here is the day trading. This is the entire log of every day trade that we've placed in the room since February 2015. And we are up right now 149 R's, win-loss ratio 42.86%. I have a trader said, do you trade stocks, options, or both? The answer is both. Trade both options. Luke says, so this Netflix exception is set up as rather the exception than the rule. Not necessarily. It's just a more of advanced trade. It's a bullish trade on a bearish gap down because it's out of support, Luke. So it's not really an exception necessarily. It's just more of an advanced trade. Yes, I would agree. So here's the day trade results, by the way. Since there's a lot of traders asking about it in the room, which is totally fine, and we encourage that. So we keep track of all of our results, and we don't hide these from you. Here's the truth. The truth is, February, March, there were a little bit of a tough month. February, we had -3 R's in the room, and March, we had -2 R's in the room. We had a lot of traders get upset and leave real life trading in February and March because they were down 5 R between the 2 months. And the unfortunate part is, I mean, that's life, right? In day trading, sometimes you'll have months where it's not that amazing. You battle and you battle and you battle and you battle, and you're barely up or you're down a little bit. But the good news is the very next month, we got it all back. And then in May, we just absolutely wrecked it. So for 2017, we're up 22.9 R's. 22.9 R's, which doesn't sound like a lot, but that's not that bad, right? 22.9, if you're doing 1% of your account size, that's almost 22% in 6 months. Dean says yum. I say yum also. All right, that's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. All of last year, we did 29.1 R's for 2016, so we're almost about to surpass how good we did all of last year. So the fact remains, ladies and gentlemen, that day trading, it's not like you're going to make 9 million R's or $9 million by tomorrow, right? I know that's you got to understand that that's not the case. It's a long process. It takes time. It takes effort. It takes work. But our grand total is almost 300% return since 2015. That's not horrible. It just takes time. A lot of traders wanted to see 150 R every single month. It's like, guys, that's not reality, right? It's not reality. I'm sorry I don't have a product to sell you and tell you how amazing and how much money you could make if you just follow my system. That's not the case, right? I don't want you to focus on how much money you're going to make. I want you to focus on not losing money and becoming a better trader. That's what I care about. Because if you do those things, intrinsically, you'll become a better trader. And if you become a better trader, become more profitable. Luke, does that make sense? You know, so it's like that's really the focus. That's really the objective. It's all about you. It's not just about me and what we do. It's about each and every one of you. Santosh said, does this data include all the users in the trading room who trade or only yours? This is a pretty good collective group, Santosh, of our traders and our instructors and what we're placing and when and where and why. Now this, by the way, so that we know, this is just day trades, so that we're on the same page. We also do swing trades, and we have a swing trade log. So here's our swing trade log. We're up 52.5 R with a 44.6% win-loss ratio. So again, this is just swing trades. And the swing trade results, 56% in 2015, 15% return in 2016, and we're already up 32% for 2017. Not bad, right? We also do credit spreads and other optionable trades. So here's our credit spread log, which some of these numbers might really excite a lot of you. But our credit spread results for those who do trade options, we're also doing pretty well on credit spreads. That's the 7, by the way, 792% of return on risk. So fact of the matter is, trading takes time. It takes a while. You're going to have to practice. You're going to have to work at it. It's like everything else in life, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to take energy. It's going to take effort. It's going to take time. It's going to take approach. It's going to take discipline. It's going to take consistency. Type in a 1 if that makes sense, right? It's not as easy as a lot of people portray it to be. That's just a simple fact, right? If I wanted to sell something and I wanted to make a lot of money off of each and every one of you buying a particular course that I was going to sell, I would make it look really easy and I would promise you the world, right? I would tell each and every one of you how much money you're going to make, how many incredible trips and cruises and how much profit you're going to encounter in that short period of time. But the simple truth is, it is a little bit more difficult than a lot of people make it seem. But that's not to scare you. If it's difficult, that means there's a lot of opportunities, and if there's a lot of opportunities, there's a lot of money to be made. So that's just the facts. Jeff says you need margin for credit spreads, right? That is correct, my friend. You got it. All right, so this is McDonald's. Still looks pretty good. Linda says, how did Rashid find the HDS trade, as I do not see it in the gap up or gap down list? So Linda, HDS did gap down about a week ago, right? So he was just playing that as a continuation trade. He might have just been watching that from the last 2 or 3 weeks, maybe. That's my guess, is it just had a really good gap a week ago, and so he was just kind of keeping an eye on it, because really good gaps oftentimes can cause continuations to occur. All right, looks like Netflix. Let's see if this baby works. All right, so we're filled on Netflix, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see if this trade works. Luke says, might it be a good idea to first be successful in swing trades before day trades? Can you pay the bills with swing trading? Luke, the answer is yes, but it's either or. Trading for a living, Luke, without doing having no other source of income is a very difficult endeavor. Very, very hard. You want to make sure you have a lot of other streams of income coming in. You want to make sure your debt is reduced. Personally, swing trading, if I had to only do swing trading to pay the bills, it'd be pretty close every single month. In fact, it'd be real tight. Day trading is a phenomenal way to increase your profitability and increase the bill paying money, as you put it, every single month, right? Because with day trading, you have opportunities every single day. So I think, yes, day trading is a great way to start learning how to trade. And then from there, you can use those skills to swing trade or start swing trading and then going into day trading, right? It encompasses your time schedule, what part of the world you live in, where do you work, your family. There's a lot of components that go into that, right, Luke? There's a lot of things you got to consider, like, you know, how really just how much time you have to trade, how much time you have to dedicate to the craft, all that kind of good stuff. Sarah says, that's so true. Many online gurus say their systems are easy for beginners, which is plain BS. Yeah, it is. It's just a way to get you to buy it, you know, just a way to get you to buy it. Melanie says, I'm late to the party. What's your plan on Netflix? It's the same one that I posted in Slack, Melanie. Netflix 151.63 limit buy by 147.93 is the stop. And I don't have a target yet on Netflix. I'm just kind of hoping it runs, but it probably won't. So we'll see. And it's also we're looking at a Netflix chart right now, so it's also the one you see in front of you. Jamie says, with practice come knowledge, and with knowledge comes power. You got it. It's you've got to practice. You've got to practice for sure. What's Brian saying? Brian. Noted. You got it, buddy. All right, folks, it is 11 o'clock Eastern. Hey, Brad, are you around? Let me stop this recording. All right. Lily says, is Netflix a day trade? Yes, ma'am. Netflix is a day trade. Steve says, thanks for the free chat, dude. My pleasure. Thanks for being here. You're absolutely welcome. All right, the hysteria of the market has calmed down a little bit, which is good, right? Usually the first hour, my main objective is to keep traders from losing money and to keep traders from chasing a bunch of stocks, right? That's my main goal. That's my main focus. To keep traders from just chasing everything under the sun. There are a few good trades that look nice right now. McDonald's looks okay. Disney still trading sideways. Adobe. Fred, you asked a really good question. He says, should you recommend some trading books since there's a lot of us new people here? Yeah, actually, I got a good video. Top 10 trading